Hello everyone, welcome to another ATV review here with my wonderful, beautiful, sexy audience, my fans, my loved ones. They're here to join me today on this particular video for you guys while we're streaming live this particular ATV review that I'm not quite sure what it's about. I like the title. It's something about Digital Underground, which is my favorite band. Humpty Dance is a trance, doing the hump. Now let's see. Citizens can be sexy too, Arcade. Citizens can be sexy. Some of them. Let's see what we got here. Oh, they always do this in the very beginning. Like this. Oh. Ooh, what
Hello
they
and
do
welcome
there?
to another episode of.
What did they do there? They did some new kind of sexy camera shot. Did you guys see that? They went from down below and then they went. Let's rewind that. That was pretty interesting right there. What was that? Let me just. I love this biome. I love the look of what's going to happen here on Hurston. Like I want to go there. Some people are saying, oh, it's no big deal. I don't care if there's any new places. I want content. You know what? This is content. It's a giant planet filled with content. I want it. I want it. What's going on, Princess? Welcome back. You are on the ATV review, Princess. It is serious sci-fi super nerdy mode. He does look pretty satisfied, dude. Look at that.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Around the Verse, sponsored by Consolidated Outland.
The dream redefined for the modern era.
Yeah,
Eric.
I'm Eric Kyron Davis.
And I'm
Okay, that was a little nerdy on Chris's part. He was like, the dream redefined. I don't know.
Chris Rollins.
And in this episode, we'll pick up where we left off last week with our behind-the-scenes look at the CitizenCon mission playthrough. But as usual, let's check in on our player community first.
Yeah, so registration is now open for the next Crux Cup, an annual backer-run in-game racing event going into its 4th year.
I want to join.
There are 3 different racing classes, multiple ways to qualify, and
I want to join this.
Yeah, for all the info, head to the Crux Cup website.
Okay, the Crux Cup, I want to join an actual racing league, and I want to do this with you guys. I want to find a way we can race in this game, win the Crux Cup, and I want to wear that shirt on stream. I'm all for it. I want to do this. I'm very excited about this.
We've included a link in the episode description. The finals are scheduled for November 17th and 18th.
Yes, we also just announced the winners of our dual Halloween contests. Here we see the winning Star Citizen themed jack-o'-lantern, and here's the winning entry in our FOIP contest.
Scary, scared, really cool, very artistic, all the above.
Yeah,
so as usual, we had a ton of great submissions. Congratulations to the winners. Impressive work.
Yeah, some really cool looking stuff.
Oh, the FOIP is going to be freaking fantastic. Being able to move your face in the game. I'm making a musical. Hold on. Just so you guys know, I am going to make a musical of Star Citizen for FOIP. The camera they're bringing, this is a good thing that SIG has done. They have literally brought mocap to us, the user. What is mocap? Okay, motion capture, so that the face cam will look at my face, and whatever I am doing with my face, my character will do. Now, you understand I'm going to use this technology to do a musical. Now, there are 2 parts to this musical. Okay, and I swear to God, if I see this content anywhere out there, I'm going to be very upset at you guys. All right, I want you guys to understand there are 2 parts to this musical. People have to really sing. Number 1, people have to actually sing, or at least attempt to sing. We're going to have a contest. We're going to have a citizen idol. Okay, we're going to do this in game. All right, so the first stage will be where I judge you and Christy judge you, or a panel of people in the community will judge you singing. Oh, Princess wants to join. This is great. This is already going to be good. This is going to happen over the span of the next few months, okay? It's not going to happen right away because we're waiting for female characters in the game. Please, can we get the female characters in this game? And this is the biggest gripe that I have right now. Get the female characters in the goddamn game. I do not want Sausage Fest in the game, all right? I want female characters. Princess, I want to see a princess in the game. She wants to do this, and I want to be able to have female characters in the game. Get the female characters in the game. And then when they do that, we're going to have a citizen idol. Now, I will sit like a Simon Cowell of sorts, and I'll be like, that is great. It is the greatest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. Or I'm going to be like, that stinks, you know? And that we'll do that in the game. My face will portray that in the game as a character. The person who is singing, I will pan and do shots of, and they will request a song. I will put it on YouTube. I will show the citizen idol to the world, and we will create this musical together. I cannot wait for this. It is going to be fantastic. It looks like Saps wants to be a judge. Bear says, I can't sing. It's okay. It's fine. You can watch it. You can participate in it. I want this to be big. This is going to be huge. Whatever you want to sing. So for the audition, right? So for this, good question, Princess. For the very beginning of Citizen Idol, I will basically, we'll be in the game. I'll shoot, you know, the judges and you in the game. You got to have FOIP, so you got to have a camera to do this, and you got to want to sing in the musical, and then you request a song. I will find the karaoke song on YouTube. You will get on Discord with me, and then you will sing the song that you're hearing on Discord while I film you in game singing it. This is the beauty of my mind. This is the creativity of this big, beautiful, bald, brainy head. You understand? And we will have Citizen Idol. And then we will take all the winners of Citizen Idol and we will make a musical. Now the musical, I'm still in the process of writing the musical, but we gotta have female characters. Back to the ATV review. Thank you for listening, everybody. Not too far, Sal. Not too far.
Continues to see many fixes through each PTU patch, and with stability improving, QA is focusing on shoring up general gameplay and quality of life improvements.
Meanwhile, the development teams are looking past 3.3 and beginning to focus on planning for Alpha 3.4 and beyond.
Good.
Look for more updates here on ATV in the coming weeks.
Last week, we dug into the mission design by looking at the development of the first half of the mission playthrough seen at CitizenCon.
Yeah, Leap Presley and Gareth Bourne are back. Joined this week by Eddie Hirdich and Ben Anders to shed light on the mission's conclusion in the underground facility.
So the underground facility came from.
That's because he's talking to a lot of small children.
Another, like, unique location for Hurston that made sense with the lore that these guys are kind of.
I love.
Planet from outer space.
Tell you something. I love the new places, but I want to see them now. They got to get them in the game right now. Like, I love the looks of the new places, but we got to get this thing going. We got to get this thing jump started. I want people to go to this new planet. We're still on one system. They promised us hundreds of systems. Like, let's get moving. Let's get moving.
Such, they're not pounding the area.
That's
around
correct,
Orville,
Saps.
but anywhere else is like fair game. We came up with the underground bunker because it allowed us to have, like, it could be for mining, because they also mine their planet to get the materials to create these weapons. So it gave us like one kind of set we build that we then just dress in different ways that still makes sense with Hurston's function.
Oh man, I'm so hyped to go here.
Set up in almost exactly the same way as something like the rest stops interiors have been set up.
We really wanted it to plug into the layout tool that's been used to create the rest stops that we've seen in previous ATVs.
You start with a library of rooms, and then those rooms get configured in different ways. So you can get a variety of layouts from the same set of rooms.
Once I had that layout, it was all about talking to the AI combat code guys and being like, what are the actions?
Yes. This is the interesting thing. Red Bear is absolutely right. The AI needs to get better. What I saw at SitCon was sloppy AI. They need to work better on the combat AI. And anybody who thinks differently didn't watch it. They didn't see it, because I'm telling you, at SitCon right now, it's Princess Sims. This game is going to be so realistic and offer you so much, but they need to make sure that the NPC and the AI are acting in a manner that doesn't break the immersion. It is very, very important.
The AI can take. Of course, I can lay out this path, but it doesn't matter if I put like a massive wall in and expect the AI to bust through it if they can't do that. So I really had to take into consideration the skills and also the weapons the AI had, because of course you have different ranges and all of this stuff. And the idea for that was that we'd have an end room, and that really dictated the layout and how all of the cover would work and how the player and the AI navigate in that space.
As we've seen in the PTU, we have combat AI in Korea right now. So Korea and the underground facilities were our first test cases. Before that, we only had test levels created by us, which were just like white box levels. Our greatest challenge here was...
Another thing that was mentioned while we were streaming the SitCon was that the blood spatter was cool, but there was a laser that they used, and the laser had blood spatter, and somebody had mentioned that that wasn't very realistic, because if you were shot by a laser, there would be no blood spatter. And that makes a lot of sense, actually. So whoever said that, I can't remember which one of you guys said that, but that was actually very intelligent. They need Princess's new haptic technology, I'm telling you, so that these AI can feel Princess.
Ensure that the AI plays.
That was you. That was Arcane.
realistic
Yes,
standard.
that was Arcane.
This is our tier 0 grunt behavior. So this is your soldier that you would meet in any army.
True.
So that means that the patrol alerts the other AI, which are downstairs, to basically call for reinforcements and space out and spread the fight.
Interesting. Bear's got some new info for us. It looks like the blood spatter isn't there. Interesting, Bear. Thank you for doing that for the stream. And Arcane Fury is a smart dude. And so is Princess. And so is Saps. Everybody on this stream right now has a very high IQ. Just letting you guys know that. I'm very impressed with all of you. I feel like I shouldn't even be around you guys.
Across the underground facility, so you won't get overwhelmed, and it's still fun.
Yeah, see, that was okay. Now, see, like that was what we were talking about with the SitCon and the AI right there. It was kind of like mishmashy and all over the place, and I hope they're kind of improving it, or that the AI has the ability to actually learn from mistakes and kind of like react a little bit better in combat situations. Because you had situations where you were going in as a player on an AI, right, and the AI was just like oh, and then it shot the wrong way. That needs to get fixed. That needs to get fixed.
Because that was the key thing for that location, was that it was going to be something you
Grand's
could
right.
go
Grandmaster's
and do.
right. Grandmaster's right. And thanks for that follow, dude.
We started out with a white box level, and me and level designers start placing covers in there. So we had lots of trial and error on how you would get into cover, how you get out of cover, and also ensure that they all react to the events accordingly. And we just played the game over and over again to ensure when you approach this underground facility, you actually had proper pockets of resistance where you could fight the AI. This iterative process kept happening over a couple of weeks, and then we involved our art team to actually make sure that the gray boxes we placed represent something in the game.
Actually, those cubes have to largely remain in exactly the same place all the way through to final. So it becomes a challenge from an art point of view to integrate that kind of level of exact metrics nicely into the environment. You end up doing some architectural tweaks, you build sort of nice sets of props that kind of look organic and natural, and hopefully not too obviously like cover. So yeah, that was one of the bigger challenges we had, and I guess the third one is just generally the theming of the space.
The thing to consider with using the layout system is that all of the rooms can connect from different places. And of course, if the entrance is here and you come out there, there always needs to be somewhere you can go as a player. You can come through, you can see the AI, you know what they're doing, and there's somewhere for you to move, and you can clearly plan a path and how to beat them. But then, of course, the entrance could be up here as well. So what?
All right, so but like the interesting thing is that this must be the design team behind the AI, behind these NPC combat actions, and I don't see any in middle. I don't see anybody in the team saying, you know, okay, it was a little sloppy at the performance. Like, I would like that. I would like if they were a little bit more honest and said, hey, you know, it's a little bit sloppy. We're working on it, you know, something of that nature. What
we really needed to do was maintain that story and that route throughout the whole structure, no matter where you came in. And in order to do that, we needed it to be readable, and you needed to know where you were going. So that's why we ended up with these big yellow stripes along the ground that led you down to this final room.
The one you saw in the demo is actually just one that we built in a particular way. And it now leaves the AI department to kind of figure out how it is that we connect these things together in a way that does allow AI to move from room to room, no matter where those rooms get stuck together.
And the challenge became to how to put a twist on existing assets to make them feel a bit more newer, a bit more technical, a little bit more as if this is an operational facility, whereas Levski is a little more abandoned, a little more ramshackle.
That's cool. That's cool.
So we have a lot of stuff we do. I mean, a lot of it comes down to lighting, but just color palettes and the newness of things, like the material read of things helps a lot with that kind of stuff. I think there's a lot of scope to go forwards in the future with building out the set of library and stuff, so we can do a lot more sort of complex underground spaces. When we come to do bigger facilities and stuff, I'd love to start seeing more rooms added, more layouts added, yeah, and with the tech that we have, we should be able to do that quite easily.
Cool.
So will we see that mission in the PU?
Well, definitely, yeah. I said that in the opening keynote we did at CitizenCon, and I think the other idea is that we're going to have multiple underground facility missions, and the layout of the places are not necessarily going to be always the same. They'll be sort of put together in different ways as part of the procedural generation. It's sort of the first stage of what we'll do for.
Colleen, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Colleen. Welcome to the stream. We're talking nerd talk. We're talking Star Citizen. We're talking ATV review. Welcome, Colleen, and thank you for that amazing subscription. I super appreciate you. I saw your doggo in the Discord, and you've officially made it on this YouTube video. Congratulations to you, Colleen.
For underground facilities and caves, which are also on our roadmap, and longer term we're going to definitely be expanding that. So it's just the beginning. There's still quite a lot to work to be done on the AI itself. We just have AI right now in Korea. We want to get it into derelicts that you could get in space, you could get on the ground. We'd probably want to have AI in outposts or around and near outposts on planets or moons, and also in facilities like this. So I think it's going to add a lot. I mean, it's going to be fun to be able to engage AI in the game with your friends. You don't always want to have people forced into PvP.
Okay, but like the goal here though is to have fun PvP as well. It's always a balance between PvE and PvP in any game, especially a game like Star Citizen. There are going to be instances where people are going to either prefer one or the other. I mean, you see it in every game, right? Like you see it in every single game, the balance of like PvP versus PvE. There's always like two very separated audiences. The PvEers don't want to have to deal with griefing from PvPers, and the PvPers want nothing to do with the PvEers. Now, I must admit, I am biased. I do fall in the PvP camp. I do like the PvP, personally, because I just like that kind of player interaction. It's more my kind of style, but I respect the PvE play. And I also know that Chris really is focused on the mission arcs, and that's his specialty. And PvE is kind of like Chris's specialty. He grew up with that in the 90s. He designed Wing Commander around this whole cinematic, you are the movie star, and that's what Squadron 42 is going to be about. So I get the PvE is really, really important to Star Citizen, but they still have to find a great balance of both. Correct, Colleen. And Bear One says, "Where's my PvP slider?" That is such a good comment, Bear. I do like both as well, but there has to be a good balance, and that's going to be, I think, one of the main challenges besides the meshing, besides the network meshing and being able to have so many people on at one time. That I see as the biggest hurdle. They came out with object container streaming, OCS, which helps with the assets, helps with the loading times, helps with the frame rates. We were super excited about that. A month ago, we put out a lot of material on my channel about how excited we were about that, because it made the game playable. It made the game you wanted to come back. It made it feel more like a game. OCS really knocked our socks off. Everybody in the community was really shocked when they got it out the door so fast, and I gave them tons of compliments for them to do that. But the next huge hurdle, and it's always like that, these developers must be going crazy because like they get one thing down and like people go right to the next thing, right? It's just, they got to be frustrated by like, oh my God, now they're talking about the network, the binding, the meshing, being able to have so many people on at one time, because these ships are actually having like hundreds of people. There's going to be space battles, and everybody's got to be on at the same time, or otherwise this game's going to be broke. So it's really important that they actually solve that problem as well.
You want it there for people to have that to do, and it can be fun, but also you want to have fun PvE encounters, and so that's
exactly, Stabs, exactly, dude.
Start to see, outside of the technical stuff we talked about, server meshing and persistence, right? Yep. The AI is our real big thing. We need to get it dialed in and polished really well for Squadron.
That's cool. Whoa, let's get it let's get it off that face. Hold on a second. Damn it, every time I try and pause it, Chris's face looks screwed up. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there we okay, we'll go with this face. His hair. He needs to do something with his hair. Just shave it already, dude. So what what I'm trying to say is, what's up, David? Welcome to the stream. It's cool to hear Chris say that. Chris actually said, okay, AI is a huge thing. I really want to focus on that. That's great. And it seemed like that was kind of took a little bit more priority than the server meshing right now, which tells me from watching this that it sounds like, you know, that's going to be down the road a bit. You can see it in the roadmap. That core tech of the server meshing and everything is going to be after they perfect the AI, which I'm cool with. I'm actually cool with. Okay, go watch a movie, Princess. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. We are super sci-fi space nerds, and you need to get this game, by the way, Princess. And female characters in the game must happen. Thanks for joining us in this particular nerd mode. Thank you so much, Princess. Monk mode. Yes, monk mode, David.
Awesome. Well, I think you answered literally every question I was going to ask. So
I tried.
I think that just about does it for us. You can catch another new episode of Reverse-Verse live tomorrow
I think that's
on
it.
Twitch.
I actually think
remember,
that's it.
We're still releasing.
Is that it? We're going to be leaving with
channel,
Princess.
So go check out the ones that you've missed.
A huge thank you to our subscribers for sponsoring the shows, and another huge thank you to our backers for doing what you do.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Until next time, we'll see
See
you
you
around the verse.
All right, all right. And as usual, guys, thank you for joining me here on this ATV review. We've been going about 30 minutes. These are usually anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, just like what we normally do on our ATV reviews. I post these on YouTube. I appreciate everybody who joined. I might be streaming in about in a little bit. I don't know. But I've got to make sure the house and everything's set. But I appreciate everybody that showed up today. Colleen's like, no. That was a nice episode. I like that episode. They talked about AI. They talked a little bit about the room modules and putting different pieces and parts together, but primarily about the AI and the combat. And I liked it. I particularly like that. DG, you could always just continue the stream. Colleen says she'll give you $100. It's not about money. It's about having a good time with you guys. And there's Gally. Everybody's showing now. I probably will stream because I slept after eating Chipotle. And we talked about that before this stream. But this is the YouTube video, so I won't get into that. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And I will see you on the next vid. Thank you. And think about becoming a patron, helping out the channel. Please, 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 please. Thank you.